YouTube. Yo, so if you haven't seen the XXL freshman list for 2023 just dropped, and there's some heavy hitters on that thing. So I figured we might as well cook up a beat for somebody on that list. And I picked Boston Richey because, hey, I'm rocking with his music. Honestly, he's pretty hard. And I think my style kind of fit that anyway. So if your head get to bobbing while you listen to this beat, you know you got to drop me a like, bro. Come on. If you're new, subscribe because we're going to keep the videos coming. So we ain't going to talk too much more. Let's get into this cook up. All right, so we in FL at 164 BPM. I got Analog Lab 5 here. And the first preset we have is this pad called Icy Woodwinds. And this is the melody that we have here. Nothing too crazy going on here. We built a chord. We're in the key of C minor here. So we built out this C minor chord simply. So let's take it over here and we'll kind of break it down. Boom. So all I did was stretch out this C minor chord. So first I put down this root note on C, and then I took this note and I moved it up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom. So if you move a note up 7 from the root, that's usually gonna sound good. Well, not usually, it's always gonna sound good. And then I just added in the 3rd here, right? But I wanted to have a dark feeling, so I didn't want to have the full chord, so I just moved this over probably here. Let that ride out. And went down 1 semitone right there. Then from there, I want to add a little bit of stuff at the top. So we have this D here. We know this note is going to work because it's already in our melody. So I just pulled it up an octave. Boom. And I just moved it over a little bit so that they're not playing on top of each other. They just kind of bounce to the next one. Then from there, I just added in 2 more notes on these half steps. And there we go. Just that simple. I think I probably had this one over a little bit more, but y'all get what I'm saying. All right, next we got this Broken Bell from Analog Lab 5. Real simple pattern here. We just literally went from the root note to the first 2 half steps and just kind of bounced between those, just went by ear. So this is what that sounds like. And that just plays over again. That sounds a little piercing, so I'm not gonna let it play all the way. But yeah. All right, the next melody that we have is this Keyscape LA Custom C7 on the dark score preset. We turned the reverb all the way down here with this knob, and this is what that sounds like. Don't get no simpler than that. We're just on the root note. And then we're bouncing off this G sharp and this G because, as you can see, they are on these half steps, and it's gonna give it that dark tone, that tension in there. All right, then we have this Electra X Angels pad, and this is what this sounds like. Very simple, man. Literally, what, 3 notes? 3 notes, man. 1, 2, 3, and then we're just back on that G there. And you can just hear it. It just gives it that dark sound, and that's the main thing we're focusing on with this. We just want to go with a real dark tone because Boston Richey, he be on some evil ass beats, my boy. And with all these melodies so far, I don't have any effects on them just yet, any processing or anything. We just got these sounds coming straight out of their VSTs. So we got this crystalline preset in Electra X here, and this is what that one sounds like. Simple, man. We're literally just playing out the scale for most of these melodies. It's really mostly about sound selection and what you're doing with what you have. So from there, we went and we rendered out each of these melodies, and then I'll show you what effects we threw on them to sauce it up a little bit. All right, so we took all our melodies, threw some effects on them things, And this is what the whole melody is sounding like right now. Come on, man. Whew. That's crazy right there. Yeah, that's super crazy, man. So let's go through each of the effects. Oh yeah, by the way, if you wanted to render out all your melodies really simply, you have all your patterns over here after you split it. So you'll probably say pattern 1 like this. You just right click and go to split by channel. That's going to turn it into all of these. Boom. So you just hold Control or Command and hold Shift as well, and then click the one at the bottom. It'll highlight all of them. You can just drag them in like that. Boom. And then you right click here. You go to Render and Replace, and it's just going to turn each of these into a wave. Easy. So with the first melody that we had, that pad, we just assigned it to the first mixer track. And I actually duplicated it as well. So I took this one, I held Shift, click, and dragged it over. And then I went to this little thing in the corner and make unique. So we had 2 separate versions of it. On the second version, we just turned down this pitch knob. So we turned the pitch range up to 12, and then we just turned this knob all the way down. Or you could simply just turn the pitch knob down here as well. That works the exact same. But yeah, so from there we have a EQ. We're just rolling off some of those lows, boosting a little bit of the low mids because I liked how it sounded, boosted a little bit of the high mids, and then we cut out a little bit of the mids. And then we have this portal preset. I'm not sure which bank I got it out of, but it's on the feedback preset, and we just turned it down about 50%. So this is what that sounds like. It's hard. All right, next we had the ayerichh pad that we had, that angel pad. So this is what it originally sounded like. Yeah, you remember that. So we took it and we turned down this multiplicator knob to 50% to basically double time it. And then in the mixer here, we just threw a little soothe 2 on the default preset, turned up the depth a little bit just to cut some of those harsh frequencies. Then we have an effect rack on here. I threw a pan man because I want the sound to kind of just bounce between your ears. We got a filter freak just to give it a kind of a cool little vibe. And then we have this echo boy to give it a little bit of reverb and delay. So this is what it sounds like now. I'm just moving between the ears a little bit. Real cool. All right, next we had that second pad from ayerichh. So on here, we just have a Soothe 2 again, default preset. And we added an Effectrix with that good old backwards vocal preset. If you know about that, man, that's that Southside, you know, that classic. So this is what that sounds like. I haven't used Effectrix in so long, I had to pull it back out, man. I just thought it was nice for this one. All right, this is one of my favorite parts of the beat, probably. So on that piano, we got an EQ, just cutting out some of the lows, rolling off some of the highs. We got a Valhalla Vintage Verb, just adding a little reverb to it. Cut out some of the lows here. And we got this Shaper Box 2 on this like reverse preset. So what I did was I actually automated this part so that the piano's playing regular for the first part of it. So if we go here, I turn the mix all the way down, and then I right click and create automation clip. And that creates this clip, and then we just kind of move it around how we want it. You just right click a point where you want it to come in. So the higher you move your point, that's the more of the effect coming in. So if we just listen to this, right, and I just play the piano, so that's how it's normally gonna sound. Now if I add some of the automation in, it's gonna automatically add the effect in the more until it like more and more until it hits the point here. So you see how it's adding the effect in. So that's all we did. So basically what we did there was we have it automate for, like, I guess you could say this is either the verse or the hook. I haven't decided yet of the beat, but this is how it would sound coming from the regular piano into the shaper box effect. That's so hard. Like, that's just nasty, bro. So now always one of my favorite parts. Let's do them drums. All right, so I think I want to actually try pitching this up like 3. So let's go transpose 3. We're gonna go up 3, and then I'm gonna have to pitch each of these up 3. All right, yeah, let's see what that sounds like. actually. So let's see. Yeah, and then when it gets here, we're gonna make this a different little pattern. Let's do like. Yeah. All right, so I went ahead and laid it out. So I added a couple pieces. I added this tubular bell in there. You know what I'm saying? Real simple. And I also added this this sub bass, and this is from Expand. And this is the basic reso bass and Expand. Basic reso bass. So I added those two elements. I also automated some RC20 at the beginning, so I put it on my master, and I have it on this magnitude transition 3, just to kind of transition the beat in. So this is what our beat sounded like. That's it for this one. We done cooked that one for Boss and Richie. That joint came out pretty hard. If you liked the video, drop me a like, sub if you haven't already. I appreciate you if you made it to the end of this video, because you a real one for sure. Super real. If y'all haven't already, you can also follow me on my social medias. They are all right here. Hit me up, man, if y'all need some drums, or you know what I'm saying, some tips, some tricks. Personally, I'll respond to the DMs, man, for real. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll holler at y'all on the next one.